Okay, so moving right along, I'm going to save those changes there that we made. So we have those colors that we did change, and show you the navigation. Right here, yes, we know that this is all set up as far as our, what our navigation can look like, all this kind of stuff. We can change a few things and fine tune some stuff. I generally don't use that very often, but use as you need. It's your build. Here we go. As far as the builder itself, okay, enable the builder on post. So this sets it up so the builder is available on everything or however you want to do it. Okay, you can do this. Enable classic editor. Well, we've already done that. Okay, with that plugin. Yes, you can do it this way too. So straight up, there's a plugin we could probably get rid of. There's something I learned right in the middle of teaching. Love it. Okay, on the layout side, this is for your posts and so on and so forth. We can have it so that we don't or do show a lot of these things here. These things, as far as your author, date, category, so on and so forth, can also be fine-tuned within the builder itself when you're building pages. Ads, there is ad management built in. There is a base SEO that can be set up. You know your SEO? Go for it. Absolutely. Make sure you include, pardon me, make sure you incorporate some of that into your pricing for your timing. We do offer some base for our clients, but we also work with some amazing SEO companies who specialize. We don't expect any of our developers and contractors to be experts in everything. You are hired to design a great website. That's the expertise we expect from you. The other things are not your job, and it's okay. A lot of companies try to be jack of all trades, and we don't necessarily believe in that. So there. Integration here. Here's where we add some of the header and body code and so on and so forth. If there are things that need to be added, such as Google Analytics or specific little fixes for some things. This is actually where we have the fix for the for one of the Google Maps workarounds. Google Maps, you can embed a map, which is awesome and works well. Unfortunately, Google serves the Google image from an insecure server, so it comes up as an HTTP as opposed to an HTTPS feed, and then causes the page to come up as being insecure. We have a script workaround on that we can add to the website should it need maps. Let us know. We'll get that in there for you. All right, so moving back into, and of course then we have the updates. This is where we put in the username and API key for updating of the theme. That's that portion there. Now let's move down there. So far as the way the builder works, we have theme customizer, which goes to the WordPress customization section. You should know that as a WordPress or as a WordPress user. If you don't, please again watch the video at the very end of the webinar. It'll have a link to a 40-minute video that goes into details about WordPress and the builder in behind. Okay, and that's just a little bit added extra for you if you don't have that experience. We're talking to developers who have experience and do not, and are brand new when it comes to doing some of this, so we like to teach on both sides. Theme customizer. That's what I just talked about, and I just went and clicked it, so we'll show. This is what it looks like. Okay, it does open a new page, does get into this section here, or a new section, okay, where we can actually work with a lot of the things as far as color scheming and so on and so forth. That's where we fine-tune some of these things, okay? That will be something that you will need to do as you're doing the development, okay? One thing in particular is that's where you choose the default fonts for your header and your body text, your sizing, and your default colors for your mouse overs and links and so on and so forth, all your active stuff. That's the thing you'll need to do to be working with the clients and make sure their branding is consistent. Okay, role editor. Honestly, don't use that very much. That just helps us as far as for some of the development side of things. Where that is we can, if you want to, fine-tune it so that some of these different roles that we could potentially be giving here enable or disable different people at different access levels from being able to doing some of the things as you're noticing here. At this point, we don't use these things, as I said. We just trust that you're going to be using accordingly and getting things done the way they're supposed to. And hey, it's a trusting basis. If we find out that people lock us out of our stuff, well, we just don't use you anymore, and our working relationship's over. Don't think it's going to happen. We're good. Okay, Divi Library. Let's go into that.